Good evening. This is News of Tomorrow, reporting on the latest developments shaping our world on October 25, 2025. Global politics and security. In international news, tensions remain high in the Indo-Pacific region, as diplomatic negotiations continue between China and several Southeast Asian nations regarding maritime boundaries in the South China Sea. Analysts report that a framework for resource sharing could be finalized by the end of this year, potentially easing long-standing disputes over fishing rights and undersea minerals. Meanwhile, in Europe, the European Union is set to announce a coordinated cybersecurity strategy, in response to a series of sophisticated attacks targeting critical infrastructure across multiple member states earlier this month. Officials say the initiative will include joint intelligence sharing, standardized defense protocols, and expanded support for private sector cybersecurity resilience. In the Middle East, climate-driven migration remains a central concern. Governments in the region are implementing emergency measures to manage the displacement of populations affected by unprecedented droughts. Humanitarian agencies report that more than 2 million people could require assistance before the end of the year. Economy and trade. On the economic front, global markets reacted to the release of new data showing a slowdown in inflation across major economies. Analysts suggest this could influence central banks' interest rate policies in the coming months, offering some relief to businesses and consumers alike. Trade developments continue to reshape global supply chains. The recent agreement between several African nations and the European Union aims to reduce tariffs on renewable energy components, signaling a stronger push towards sustainable infrastructure investment on the continent. Industry experts suggest this could accelerate the transition to green energy while boosting regional manufacturing. Science and technology. In science, the international space community is closely monitoring a collaborative mission to study near-Earth asteroids. The project, led jointly by NASA and the European Space Agency, recently achieved a major milestone in autonomous asteroid mapping, enhancing planetary defense preparedness. Artificial intelligence continues to advance rapidly. Several multinational corporations have announced breakthroughs in AI-driven medical diagnostics, with early tests indicating a significant improvement in early detection of certain cancers. Experts caution, however, that ethical considerations and regulatory oversight remain critical as these technologies are deployed at scale. Environment and climate. Climate news remains urgent. The United Nations' latest report confirms that global carbon emissions are still on an upward trajectory, despite accelerated adoption of renewable energy in several regions. Extreme weather events continue to pose risks to millions of people worldwide, with recent floods in South Asia and wildfires in North America underscoring the pressing need for adaptation strategies. Efforts to combat deforestation in the Amazon basin show modest progress, with satellite monitoring indicating a slight decrease in illegal logging activity over the past quarter. Environmental groups emphasize that sustained international cooperation will be necessary to achieve long-term preservation goals. Health and society. Public health authorities are closely watching the spread of new respiratory illnesses in parts of East Africa. Early interventions, including vaccination campaigns and community outreach, are underway to prevent wider outbreaks. Experts note that lessons learned from previous pandemics are informing these rapid response efforts. On a societal level, global discussions on digital privacy continue to evolve. Several nations are proposing comprehensive legislation aimed at regulating data collection and AI-driven surveillance, reflecting growing public concern about personal privacy in an increasingly connected world. Closing remarks. That concludes today's briefing from News of Tomorrow. While challenges persist, from climate crises and public health concerns to geopolitical tensions, efforts across nations and industries continue to shape the path toward a more resilient and sustainable future. Stay informed, and we will bring you further updates tomorrow. Thank you for listening.